This is Kingston Lacy, which was a red brick building built in 1665, commissioned for Ralph Banks by Roger Pratt. The estate was bought by Ralph's father, John Banks, along with that of Corfe Castle, where he lived with his wife Mary. The castle was destroyed during the Civil War. This was to stop it being used as a royal stronghold, which it had been during the Civil War. In fact, it was Mary who resisted a second siege of the castle for 2 months. Ralph built the new house at Kingston Lacy instead of rebuilding Corfe Castle, and Ralph's great-grandson Henry made alterations to the house in the 1780s. It was Henry's son, William John Banks, that employed his friend Charles Barry to encase the house in the Chilmark stone we see today. William travelled through Egypt and the Middle East and was responsible for the Egyptian artefacts that can still be seen in the house and garden today. Whilst at Cambridge University, William became friends with Lord Byron. Byron described him as the father of all mischiefs. 1841 saw him involved in a scandal which led him to spend his last 14 years living in Italy. He was caught in a compromising position with a guardsman in Green Park, London, which at that time meant imprisonment or even the death penalty. He still collected things for his house and set them to be displayed, and rumour says he used to visit the house on Sundays, the only day restaurants could not be served. William and his 4 times great-grandfather Ralph were responsible for buying most of the paintings in the house, which is now one of the finest private collections in Britain. The estate, which included Corfe and parts of Studland, were bequeathed to the National Trust in 1981, when the last owner, Henry John Ralph, died. He spent his last 15 years as a recluse and ended up living in just 4 rooms of the house.